Let's picture this. A village meeting in 2015. The old brick hall is half empty. Villagers slouch on benches, scrolling through phones. The village head yells into a crackly microphone about fixing the broken irrigation canal. But no one responds. They've heard it 100 times. Why bother? One farmer mutters. Last time we tried, everyone argued and nothing got done. Fast forward to 2023, the same hall but packed with villagers. A young woman stands at the front, not yelling but asking, "How many of you can spare 2 days next week to dig? We've got an engineer from the county coming to show us the best way." Hands shoot up. A retired teacher volunteers to keep the books. A truck driver offers his vehicle to haul tools. By the end of the month, the canal is flowing. What changed? Not the canal, not the villagers, it was the organization. How they talked, planned, and worked together. That is rural organizational revitalization, turning indifference into action and chaos into cooperation. That is, turning I into we. Today, we are going to explore how that magic happens. I'm going to first talk about what organizational revitalization means, and then explore how it fuels China's rural transformation. China's rural revitalization strategy is a comprehensive plan aimed at achieving sustainable rural development through 5 pillars: industrial prosperity, ecological livability, cultural vitality, talent support, and effective governance. Organizational revitalization is the glue that binds these elements together. It focuses on strengthening the leadership and management structures in rural areas, enabling them to effectively mobilize resources, make informed decisions, and drive development. Without strong organizations, even the best-laid plans for rural development will stumble. For example, a government program to promote organic farming might fail if there is no local organization to train farmers, coordinate the supply chain, or market the products. Similarly, efforts to improve rural sanitation could hardly bring effects if there is no group to organize waste collection and enforce cleanliness rules. At its core, organizational revitalization in rural China involves building strong rural party organizations, enhancing the capacity of villages' self-governance organizations, and promoting the development of rural cooperative economic organizations. These organizations play different but complementary roles in rural development, forming a 3-legged stool that supports the entire rural revitalization effort. The rural party organizations are in the forefront. They are responsible for setting the strategic direction for villages, ensuring that national policies are implemented effectively, and providing leadership in ideological and political spheres. For example, when the central government launches a program to promote green agriculture, rural party organizations can identify local opportunities, such as a village's fertile soil or clean water resources, that make their villages well suited for organic farming. They then guide the villagers in applying for government grants. accessing training programs, and forming partnerships with urban markets. In many villages, party members act as role models, volunteering to pilot new technologies or start new businesses, showing the rest of the village that change is possible. Villagers' self-governance organizations, like the village committees, are responsible for day-to-day management of village affairs. They are elected by the villagers and answer directly to them, ensuring that the community's needs are met. They organize villagers to participate in public affairs, such as building roads or cleaning up the environment, and resolve disputes through mediation. For instance, if two farmers have a conflict over a boundary between their fields, the village committee will step in to listen to both sides and find a fair solution. They also manage village funds, allocating resources to projects that benefit the community, from repairing streetlights to supporting elderly villagers who live alone. In a sense, they are the ones who turn the grand plans into on-the-ground actions, ensuring that development is inclusive and responsive to local needs. Rural cooperative economic organizations, such as farmers' cooperatives, help villagers pool resources, share risks, and increase their market competitiveness. Small-scale farmers often struggle to compete in the global market, as they lack the resources to invest in modern technology or access large-scale buyers. By joining a cooperative, they can buy seeds and fertilizers in bulk at lower prices, share the costs of expensive equipment like tractors or greenhouses, and negotiate better prices for their products as a group. Cooperatives also provide training, teaching farmers new skills like crop rotation or online marketing. As I mentioned in session 4, entrepreneur Lu Man has also established a cooperative which sells 100 million yuan worth of turkey products annually. Now let's look at some examples of organizational revitalization in action, diving deeper into their stories to understand the nuances of how these organizations work together. Our first example is the famous Huaxi village in Jiangsu province. Huaxi village is often hailed as a model of rural development in China, and organizational revitalization has been a key factor in its success. The village party committee in Huaxi has been extremely proactive, with a long-standing record of innovative leadership. Back in the 1960s, when most rural areas focused solely on traditional agriculture, the party committee in Huaxi, led by the visionary Wu Renbao, decided to develop village-run industries. They started with a small mill, using local resources to produce simple goods like cloth and farm tools. Wu and other party members worked alongside the villagers, often putting in 12-hour days to get the mill operational. They reinvested every penny of profit back into the village, gradually expanding their businesses into sectors like steel making, textiles, and tourism. The party committee in Huaxi had a long-term vision and the ability to make bold decisions, even in the face of uncertainty. In the 1990s, when many rural areas were still hesitant to embrace tourism, they decided to build a large-scale tourism complex, including a 5-star hotel and a modern amusement park. This decision was met with skepticism. Villagers wondered who would visit a rural village when big cities offered so many attractions. But the party committee was confident that Huaxi's unique development story and beautiful rural scenery could attract tourists. They invested heavily in marketing, sending delegations to tourism fairs across the country and inviting journalists to visit the village. Their vision paid off. At its peak, Huaxi village accommodated over 2.5 million tourists annually. During the Spring Festival holiday of 2023, the tourism revenue of Huaxi village reached 8.6 million yuan. It has transformed from a poor agricultural village into a prosperous modern community with beautiful houses, wide roads, and lush parks. The village committee in Huaxi also plays an important role in maintaining social order and promoting villagers' well-being. They are responsible for providing a wide range of public services, from education to healthcare to housing. In Huaxi, every villager has access to free education from primary school to high school, with the village committee funding scholarships for students who go to college. The village has its own hospital, staffed with trained doctors and equipped with modern medical equipment, ensuring that villagers don't have to travel far for treatment. The committee also arranges for regular training programs for villagers to improve their skills, whether it's in industrial, production, hospitality, or management. This ensures that the village's workforce is always adapting to the changing needs of its industries. Huaxi village has a well-developed collective economic system, with the most prominent entity being Huaxi Group, a typical collectively owned enterprise that serves as the backbone of the village's economy. This group integrates diverse industries ranging from manufacturing and tourism to finance, and its ownership is held collectively by Huaxi Village, represented by the village committee, with villagers enjoying shared rights to the benefits derived from its operations. This collective economic model has fostered a strong sense of community and shared prosperity in Huaxi. Another inspiring case is Songmiao village in Shanxi province. In the past, Songmiao was a small mountain village with limited economic opportunities. The turning point came when the village party organization, together with the village committee, decided to tap into the village's natural beauty and develop rural tourism. They recognized that Songmiao's picturesque landscape, fresh air, and peaceful environment could be attractive to urban dwellers seeking a break from the hustle and bustle of city life. The party organization took the lead in formulating a development plan. They applied for government funds to improve the village's infrastructure, such as building better roads and installing streetlights. They also organized training sessions for villagers, teaching them about hospitality, service etiquette, and environmental protection. The village committee played a crucial role in mobilizing the villagers. They convinced households to transform their homes into bed and breakfasts or small restaurants. Through a company plus households operational model, an agricultural investment company in the county provided the initial capital to build a range of tourism facilities, including lodges, cycling and walking paths, and roads connecting the village to neighboring areas. These facilities were completed in August 2020, marking the official start of Songmiao's tourism industry. The industry is managed by a village cooperative with all households as stakeholders. In addition to the cooperative-run businesses, villagers are also encouraged to start their own tourism-related ventures. Wang Wenqing, who had worked outside the village for over 2 decades, returned in 2020. With a low-interest loan from a local bank, he established his own bed and breakfast. In just half a year of operation, he earned a net income of over 100,000 yuan. The development of tourism has not only increased villagers' incomes, but also enhanced the village's overall appearance and social cohesion. Now let's analyze how organizational revitalization contributes to rural development through these cases. In Huaxi, the strong party organization's strategic planning led to the diversification of the village's economy beyond agriculture, creating a multitude of job opportunities and significantly increasing incomes. The village committee's efficient management of public services ensured that the benefits of development were fairly distributed, improving the overall quality of life. The Huaxi Group's collective enterprise model promoted common prosperity, reducing inequality and fostering a strong sense of community. In Songmiao, the party organization identified the potential of rural tourism, guiding the village toward a sustainable and profitable industry. The village committee's efforts to mobilize villagers ensured that everyone had a stake in the tourism development, promoting active participation and a sense of ownership. The cooperative model not only boosted the local economy, but also helped to preserve the village's natural and cultural heritage, as villagers realized the value of their surroundings in attracting tourists. This, in turn, has helped to stem the outflow of young people, as they see promising opportunities to build a future in their hometown. However, promoting organizational revitalization is not without challenges. One major obstacle is the shortage of talents. Many rural areas, especially those in remote locations, find it difficult to attract and retain educated and skilled individuals who can lead these organizations. In some villages, the average age of the population is relatively high, and there is a lack of young people with the knowledge and skills to drive innovation. To address this, some villages offer incentives such as housing subsidies, career development, opportunities and training programs for those willing to return or move to the villages. Another challenge is resistance to change. Villagers who are accustomed to traditional ways of life and work may be reluctant to embrace new organizational structures or development models. They may be skeptical of new ideas and fear the unknown. To overcome this, it is essential to build trust and communicate the benefits of change effectively. Starting with small, achievable projects and involving villagers in the decision-making process from the beginning can help to gradually win them over. A third challenge is limited resources. Rural organizations often struggle with insufficient funding and limited access to technology, which can impede their ability to implement projects or expand their activities. To tackle this, villages can seek partnerships with external entities such as businesses, non-profit organizations, and research institutions. They can also apply for government grants and support programs specifically designed for rural development. In conclusion, organizational revitalization is not just an abstract concept. It is a powerful instrument for rural development. As demonstrated by the examples of Huaxi Village and Songmiao Village, when rural party organizations, villages' self-governance organizations such as the village committee, and cooperative economic organizations or collective enterprises collaborate effectively, remarkable transformations can take place. Rural areas can be transformed from poverty-stricken regions into prosperous, vibrant communities where people take pride in living and working. So development is not solely about financial resources or advanced technology. It's fundamentally about people and how they unite to create a better future for themselves and their communities.